Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of Fate Strange Fake on episode 10. This episode right here was pretty nice and had a lot of complications, but we get to know a little bit more about what's been happening, and I had to do some research on this type of thing because I think it happened in the original and it looks like it's being very effective. You guys might be thinking, like, what the heck are you even talking about? I'll get to that just a moment. Other than that, let's just get this started right away. We get to see throughout some of the episode that Gilgamesh or so ends up clashing against Saber. Well, of course, we all know who that is. I'm not gonna say it because just Saber of Ayaka Sajo. And we get to see freaking, like, what's his name again? Jester? I think his name's Jester. Hopefully I got that right. I'm just gonna call him Jester because I think that's part of his name. Other than that, that Jester guy ends up ambushing Sigma and the assassin that he is supposed to be, like, ordering around, etc. But unfortunately, before things could get really crazy, we get to see that something else happened along the way. But other than that, Heracles or Aclides or something like that ends up having to go into action getting ready to, like, cause some major trouble. We have to it that Flat Escardos manages to use a command spell to rescue his servant. And by that time, he ends up meeting the caster, which apparently is the author who freaking, like, wrote the Three Musketeers, which apparently is pretty crazy. I didn't know who that guy was, and then now I know. No, all I know is he is the caster and author of freaking, like, writing the Three Musketeers. Whatever the situation, he does tell Flat and Berserker or Jack the Ripper to help him out because I believe this could give you an advantage. Eventually, with a certain amount of help and managing to, like, distract Heracles, and because he freaking, like, what's the word, is suffering from some kind of possible rejection, because I guess Heracles or Aclides, who when he stole Berserker's Noble Phantasm, it's not really going well for him after Flat Escardos activated a magic of his own. So in other cases, I guess what Aclides stole was not a good thing. Right now, Flat Escardos injected a spell that confuses the flow of magical energy. So after you stole, and we get to see that Flat Escardos reveals that your master has used up all of his command spells, right? If he even had one stroke of it left, that power of connection could have repelled it, and you would not have much trouble. So in other words, without a lot of detail, Aclides, when he used stealing Noble Phantasm power that he stole Jack the Ripper or Berserker's Noble Phantasm, he took in possibly something that is like a virus after Flat Escardos activated his own spell that allowed it to go out of control, saying, hey, I don't belong here, I hate you, kind of thing, I'm going to damage your body. But we get to see that John, apparently, I think that's his name, he apparently is alive somehow. I don't even know how, but he ends up stabbing Aclides with a weapon that I guess is very dangerous. It's known to be some kind of Hydra's poison. So, if I remember correctly, I decided to do some research about the history of Heracles or Hercules, whichever name that seems fitting to you, or Aclides. He was very much had a trouble with this thing about in the past. So I guess using Hydra's poison is enough to give him a lot of trouble or to kill him. But it looks like to me he's not really going down just yet, I believe. Or that's what it was shown. So we get to see freaking, like, Gilgamesh managing to defeat Saber, which Ayaka Sajo is really shocked about. Although Gilgamesh was about to deliver a killing blow, he is interrupted by Aclides, which apparently I guess he's really bleeding out and dying, and he's trying to finish the fight with Gilgamesh. Unfortunately, the sucky thing is that freaking, like, I guess Ishtar shows up and interrupted the fight and ends up damaging Gilgamesh somehow. even Gilgamesh is like, well, well, I didn't think you'd be here, Ishtar. So I guess the person that was occupying the freaking body of what she of I guess you can say that that woman that's shown herself, or whatever her name is. All I know is Ishtar is shows up and decides to cause some trouble and manages to damage freaking like Gilgamesh. And if I remember correctly, this little history thing about here and there, Ishtar was known to be a total female dog. I'm just gonna say it like that. Other than that, she actually gives more trouble to Gilgamesh by locking up his treasury somehow. I guess it's because she actually stole a key. Whatever the situation is, she manages to lock away the freaking like. She manages to have a artifact, I guess, that locks away the key from that locks away Gilgamesh's treasury. So pretty much this is Gilgamesh without his weapons or treasury to launch his attacks from. So in other cases, he's nothing more than a simple enhanced beauty servant that is being taken out. Not to mention the freaking Berserker Machine servant shows up and ends up blasting a powerful attack on Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh falls over. It looks like to me he might be in total danger or about to die. This upsets Tine very much as she screams out to Gilgamesh's name, saying, my lord, what's happening to you?" And yeah, talk about some crazy stuff. And Jester, on the other hand, decides to get ready to possibly leave because something else is really starting to happen. And we get to see the city getting engulfed by black smoke. I don't know. Or black infection smoke. I don't know. So, yeah. That really, really sucks. I mean, I guess this is what happens if you take away or manages to lock away Gilgamesh's treasury. He's actually easy to kill. And we don't really know he's dead yet, but I'm pretty sure he's badly damaged. That much is to be said. I mean, if he's really dead, he would have dispersed into particles of light, and then, you get the idea. If you've been watching the Fate series, you know how it goes. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff to see how it went. I mean, Ishtar, to think that female dog would be here. And if you guys done your research on Ishtar in the Fate lore series, you understand she's somewhat of a female dog. That much I can say. I'm not going to say anything more than that. So, to think that she'd be involved in this war and then just lock away Gilgamesh's treasury vault somehow, especially with an artifact that she found in the cave that is useless to a human but useful to her, that's insane. Not to mention, she says, I could have killed you, but I decided to avoid the vital points to make sure you suffer greatly. I'm thinking about mine. Man, she's a sadistic female dog. Wow, dude. Just freaking wow. Don't know what's gonna happen next, but the entire city's engulfed in black infection goo or so. Until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!